Hello everybody and welcome to Road to Manhood. My name is John Moses. Today we're going to be talking everything Diamondback cover and frontrunner rack combo. We're going to talk everything from product details, installation process, some tips, and also pros and cons, and really kind of give you guys an overview of what I think about this. I've had it for some time, been on a couple trips with it, and I got things to say. When I first set my eyes upon this exact setup on the YouTube channel that sparked it all for me, shout out to Last Line of Defense, I already knew this was a must-have for my specific needs. Thinking ahead as much as possible can prove to be very helpful when building an overland rig. Especially when the vehicle is going to double as your daily driver, a lot must be taken into consideration that will ultimately save you money. For example, I knew that I wanted to keep the cab clear as much as possible for my son and my fur babies. So I needed something that can be durable enough to support a tent, that can secure my items while we're traveling, and that can weather the storm. And this seemed to check all boxes. So I started doing some research and comparing, as I always do. But while I was doing said research, the origin story alone from classroom to corporation honestly left me with a spark of inspiration. Not exactly what I was expecting. The drive that these two dudes had to make this happen and get to where they are now is quite telling. I'll share a link down below about their videos so you can check them out. But even in spite of all that cool stuff and that cool story, the Diamondback cover really seemed to trump the competition for me. Let's talk about the product details. This is a Diamondback SE smooth surface with the front runner rack system for my 2020 Tacoma 5-foot bed. They do have an HD option that is more durable, but I went with the SE for my specific needs. American built, aluminum powder coated with some tough material at 400 pounds of haul capacity and 35 pounds of max panel weight. I opted to have the anchor cleats pre-installed as well. They have a deadbolt style lock system, die-cast zinc handles complete with 2 lock keys. It also comes with EPDM compression gasket, gutter protection hinges to keep your gear as dry as pie. Also, it comes with a pretty neat security lock feature in case the door opens up while you're driving. Yes, it does add an extra step when opening up this specific panel, but I would rather have this than having it fly off at one day while I'm on the highway. That would suck. This specific front runner rack system is actually exclusively designed for the Diamondback cover. It has a black coated finish and has a haul capacity of 600 pounds. So yes, you can fit a 4 to 5 person tent on here. It's also complete with all the hardware, so you're ready to go. Alright, let's talk installation. Yes, this is me stalking the delivery of my Diamondback cover. Hey, I was excited, give me a break. The installation process was exceptionally easy, with one major and very annoying exception. But on a good note, it wasn't the cover. Here, give me a second, I'll clarify. I literally had no issues installing the cover. Everything had its purpose and clipped on like a 3-year-old puzzle piece. Even installing the shocks was just a matter of popping it into place. Quick side note, once installed, make sure to keep everything shut for 24 hours so the weather stripping can break in fully. Also, quick tip, if you're having trouble locking the panels due to the rods being too far or too close, the locking rods can be easily adjusted with an Allen wrench. Yes, this took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out. Genius. Now about the frustrating part. I'm a little concerned honestly about the front runner racks because I'm gonna have to do some manual drilling in there and it's concerning, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get it. Oh yeah, you heard correctly. Manual drilling. Look y'all, I don't spend a whole lot of money getting this thing specifically to weather protect my gear, and to hear that I have to drill into it now, the anxiety just dropped. On top of it all, I found out that the measurements for the front runner rack system was from like Australia or some shit. Guys, in spite of all my efforts to get this done right the first time, I still managed to mess up on a few holes, making them larger for the measurements specifically for the anchors. But I contacted Diamondback, let them know what happened. They reassured me that I will survive, and I have so far. So yay. So quick tip or note to self, They only provide a few anchors, so only use them when drilling over supporting rails. Also, if I had to do it again, I would not have installed these little baby rails. I honestly would never use them. Now it's time for the good old pros and cons. First, pros. I honestly have a lot of pros for this, man, but to sum it all up for you, here's a few. Weatherproof. I love the idea of being able to go on any trip, any time of the year, knowing that my gear will be nice and dry and away from the natural elements. Also, just regular daily use that comes very beneficial. You can also open and close the tailgate while the cover is fully closed, which is great. Little to no maintenance. I literally just noticed that you have to secure the C-clamp before and after every trip. Let me know if there's any more maintenances, guys, that I'm not aware of, but that's all I got so far. It's also easily removable in case a bigger load. What about theft, you say? Well, that's another huge plus. The security features are great. Being able to lock both panels are not only good for protecting your Diamondback cover itself, but also your personal items. The front runner has T-slots not only on top of the rack, but also below, maximizing your ability to utilize accessories. Front runner has a ton of accessories on their website. Go check them out. Also, visibility. I really wanted a low profile setup. This is low profile for me, and I can still see the cars behind me while driving through traffic. And also aesthetically, I think it looks pretty badass. When it comes to cons, it honestly boils down to two things. As much as I gave it props for its accessibility, it's kind of a double-edged sword, cause when I have the tent on there, the accessibility essentially goes out the window. You cannot open any of the panels when you have the tent on there. So you'd have to plan or prioritize the items that you need quickly towards the end where the tailgate is. No, I won't be getting a rack system that I can pull it all out. I do need the full truck space and the bed for other projects. However, I did see a little prototype that they're working on where the cover actually opens fully on its side. I really don't know if it'll be capable of holding a whole tent while it's open up that way, but that would be pretty dope. Okay, now honestly for this last con, it's not necessarily a big deal, but if you want to follow the trends of having your max track, axe, and shovel along the side of your rack system while your tent is on, without having to be really creative, there's not a lot of ready to buy accessories for that right now. However, Running for Tacos just released a mag track accessories for this specific rack system, so I'm pretty sure more options will be coming out soon. Overall, I really love this cover. It ranks up there as one of my favorite mods. It is durable, secure, it has fulfilled all the needs I have purchased it for. It's one gear that I would strongly recommend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are or experiences are on this Diamondback cover. Also, let me know if you have any tips that I have missed or anything that we can benefit from. Don't hesitate to ask any questions as well. Like and subscribe to be a part of the Road to Manhood community. Feel free to watch more videos right now.